Hi, how you doing, Scorpio? This is another reading. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new or have been here for a while, and yeah, welcome back. So let's get into this reading. There's another Scorpio reading for you. I just uploaded one. It is a bit late, but it might still resonate. It's got some information in there that might be vital to somebody. Either way, I'm making another one, which is more recent. So let's get into the reading, shall we? So what's going on with Scorpios? Don't forget to check out your star signs in your birth chart to see what resonates with you. Alright, let's see what else is going on. It says nothing is here for you to see right now in your mindset about the way you look at yourself in a bad way. Take that out of your mind. It says people want you to pick on you. People want you to pick on you. Ideally, they want you to suffer in your mind in silence about it, not speaking, because they're tormenting you. You will take it as you're bullying yourself, and it's not true, Scorpios. It says you keep picking up friends, frenemies, or enemies, or family members that are there right now trying to dig into your life, or personally trying to give you caution, bad news. It says people keep picking on you for bad things. Wealth matters to you, so work on that. Liberty takers will never support you in your mind about projects that you want, ideally pregnancy or love, sex, marriage, family. It says no one could give you good news right now at this time through the retrograde, but suddenly you'll see disappearance of anyone that's going to be bad news to you. They suffer in silence at the end of the year. It says many of them are going under. Bad news is here for your mind, telling you that you have parents that are giving you good news. If they are giving you good news, well done. If those that know that their parents are giving them bad news, ideally you'll see them wanting to know that they can move on and calm as they suffer in your mind or in your care. It says letters sent out to evict your mindset from problems will never be easy, but they want to know that you can give yourself good news. However, it says people may give you bad news as well as good news. Some will give you good, some will give you bad. And warning, someone wants to try and get dirt on your name in November ending. It also says people are trying hard to punish you, leave you out, or struggles in your name, like give you struggles in your name, maybe through finances or even demons that come out of the woodworks. Tidy up your mindset, it says. You have to see that you got good news through your blessings. Many of them are happening to you today or next year. Many of them may even happen in the new year. Suddenly you'll see good news come at the ending of the week, but right now it is negative. People are pissed off and burdened by trying to get you hard done by. Really panicking that if they don't speak about you or speak to you or come to contact with you in the next week, they are suffering. The truth is, Scorpio, run and hide or join them in their mind to panic, because bad news will enter your life if you sing along with them instead of paying attention to your mind about good news. It says many of them want to punish you for your work, your finances, anything you're doing good for yourself, including your bill payments. Things that are going to change soon are going to happen in a good way. You don't have to reap what you sow, but karma is coming to them. Many times over, karma comes to you if you don't have good news in your mind about them. But you have to promise that you move past it in November ending. Struggles may be there if people do not want you to have good news because someone is trying to get dirt on your name now. It says negative mental health is there for somebody that wants a bad rep, and I'll give it to them. It says you will see bad omens come to you, and the bad man inside a man that wants to see troubles with you in the next week is going down. His fraudulent mentality will come to you with police in your mindset in the mind of his in the next week. He says he doesn't know what it is with you, but you think you're all that, or you think you're better than him. He doesn't know why he's punishing you. He has liberty taker all over his head. He wants to harm you, like really harm you, and he says he doesn't know how to pronounce his mind on yours any more than that. You know who he is, but he's really out of order, and he may have to look inside his mind and block his entities from yours. As you may feel like blocking him or pushing him away, you may not want to speak to him again if he's negative or evil or seals the deal with the devil to harm you. He says, I control you or make you feel harmed. I'm going to look for you in my head and harm you. I've realized I'm taking out my demons on you. Death wish is something he wished upon you once or twice in his head, and he's really ready to go down in judgment. He says, I've hurt enough people and I want to know that I'm going to harm you too. I realize I've got to harm you one day. Is it your day of birth? Wow, I'm going to harm you there. Is it your marriage day?
I'm going to harm you there. Do you have children? I will harm you there. Is it something that you want to achieve? I will harm you there. Everything he wants to see you with is a death wish or a nasty omen to you to have bad news, not wanting to see that you are successful or well in your mind. He probably has bad mental health, and he knows he has, which is ideally ready for you to go down with him in his head. He says he sees that he wants to drag you down and harm you, doesn't want to see blessings come to you, and he's obviously partnered up with the mindset of your mum, your dad, or someone in your family relatives that wants to harm you. She says she doesn't know how to pick on you now, but she is picking on you with her head in the sand. Her mind tells her stop picking on her child, and she can't stop. She's looking for a way in to harm you too. This family member, who is a female, it says one female in your family wants to harm you. It doesn't say who, but you'll have bad moods if you ever pick up the mindset of a bad woman that wants to harm you in your family member and you don't want her to. It says you could be in denial. For some of you guys that don't believe this woman would even touch a hair on your head, but you have to witness something that you said to yourself earlier. You have something that's giving you bad rep or bad mood or bad emotions, and you don't know what it is. You may have to look into it with a tarot reader, or maybe even look into your messages or star signs. Maybe even seeing that you have a message through the ethers. Maybe something will give you clarity one day after you've sealed the deal with your mind to say, I've warned myself, I have seen it. Clarity can come through in many forms, dream state, or even meditation. You'll have to see through your ancestral root or realm what is going on. It says bad mood is there right now for a family member. A brother may pass away too, it says, but it's not true. Someone wants you to be warned of negative things as well that may not be true, just to come out of the woodworks. Like you'll come out of your hiding place if you hear negative spirits are happening around you or negative things are happening around you. It says touche, I wanted to kill you in your mind about it. Your children are negative. I said I will come out and speak about it. It says bad news for this woman that wants to speak about your children. She is getting fired in the next week as she steals something or does something for someone to see and gets caught. She is going to go down in custody battles in her mental health for speaking to you behind your back about the situation. She's also going to look at you like she's got good news to give you one day with a bad mood and a bad rep and a bad mind. She's got bad omens coming to her, and she wonders why her mental health tells her stop picking on people. She knows that she's liberty taking and doesn't like you and wants to suffer in silence, but at the same time pick on you now that she's seen something around you with your family or you doing wrong. She says she doesn't know why she's picking on you because she feels bad mood, and the ancestors are telling her to work away from the war in her mind, work it off, like walk away from it or walk away from the mental health side of things where she's schizo or turning mad. It says she has problems, so she will not want to see that she's got good news, and she's warned to justify herself, believing that she has to liberty take herself as she tries to warn you something happened, but she also knows that nothing's set in stone. People will walk off with all kinds. She's got to see if you turn around and dislike her or harm her or hit her or curse her or laugh at her as she tries to trouble her mind again. She says, I don't want to see you in my mind, but I don't like you. And I realize I don't like nobody. So when I pick on you and a child of yours or family members, you will see that I have to pick on you. I am called in my head to do so. It says you have diamonds in your mind for people like you. People like you want diamonds. I see that. It says no one is ready to kick off more than a parent who's put spells, root work, and negative energy on you to have bad mood. You may even have ancestors just trying to dig into your personal life right now. People on this plane and people not on this plane. It says many of them could be digging into your personal life through your spiritual realms or through the accidental messages that are coming out into your mindset about your lifespan and where it's going in the next week through the messages of the universe. It also says people are creeping in to your mind about your love life, your sentimental values, about your home, your work, your life, and everything. People keep targeting you through your name, through your ancestral roots, and through your home. It says no one's stopping until November ends. People are picking on you left, right, and center. It does say you've been doing a good thing for yourself, Scorpio, and it hasn't been changed for a long time. Things that you've been going through is what you feel. You feel like things have been going on like this for a long time, but it gets worse and then it gets good and then it gets worse and worse and worse. It also says, nope, someone's ready to strike and wants to see you, but doesn't know how. It says enemies could come through any time because I've asked them to. It also says a nasty woman is spelling your name and writing down your name with your neighbor's name and anyone in the church or in the buildings around you. Anywhere that she can get you dirty or have fun with your name being played with, tormented, or even trialed. It says she will have bad luck in the next week or two as she goes down for fraud, murder, and convinced herself that she's not the one. She also wants to see your work is suffering, doesn't want to know you have a job, but she also realizes your job is going to be what you want to pick on, not anyone else's. Doesn't say you have good news on your channel, she says. She doesn't know what you do for work and she doesn't want to even know, but she's bloody rude about who she is and doesn't know how to change anything you've got going on because she will challenge it to end with people that you are working with. If you are working with anyone that could close you down, shut you down, or be nasty to you. She's negative, mentally ill, and suffering, and she will be warned that she has bad news in the next week or two. Silence will also come to you as you live in your mind about good things. You'll see blessings come in the next week or two. You'll see narcissism walk away and be dealt with, or struggling to come to you because they can't have good news. And furthermore, you'll have fraudulent activity behind you. No one's picking on you for fraud. Absolutely nothing. So everything works out just right for you in your favor as you move past this negative, maleficent, nasty human being that's kind of giving you bad omens in her head, as she puts it. Not kind of, but trying to, and warning herself to give her more and more problems in her own head as dementia reaps into her brain and fucks it up in the next year. She will be in her mind about it. Why she has dementia, nobody knows other than her. She will not listen to anybody or have bad news. She will probably give herself curses. In fact, I said I will make her get curses instead of me. It says you do know who you are, dishing out the demons that she set upon you. She doesn't need to give you any bad news, and you would never want to give her bad news if she would just stop giving herself the demons to put on you. You know that you don't want to know that she's cursing you, casting spells, or doing evil magic on you. She doesn't want to, but she keeps practicing voodoo or witchcraft, black magic, or anything she can to put on you, and she's nasty. Her mental health is telling her to trust in the universe and pray that only bad things could happen to you. Ideally, people will come for you and praying hard about it for it to happen. She's got curses to give you and she's not stopping until November, but she will stop in the new year and she will practice bad omens on herself as it seems to be a problem for you. Fighting or justice in the area of giving her bad news, bad wealth, bad prosperity, bad everything could come to her in the next week or two or in the new year. Wow, Scorpio, that's a lot. You got someone out for you. Oh, and they're wishing for everyone around you to harm you too. That's disgusting. And some people are participating without even realizing they've got bad spirits on them, wishing bad luck on you through them. And that's why they see nothing about it. Some of them do know that they don't like you personally, but harshly they're getting bad omens to really, really wish you bad well, bad love life, bad everything, bad news. So sad. Right. This has been going on for a while, Scorpio. I don't know what's going on, but you know, there's bad enemies out there attached to the Scorpio realm or trying to, you know, destroy the Scorpio realm. So let's see what's going on in the next few days, leading up to a week, leading up to the month of Christmas, which is December, leading up to December. So let's see what's going on. It says you're all going to have problems in the next week or two, but it says also you've got good news about your love life every time you speak about it. Don't worry about anyone else's problem. Don't wish bad news on yourself, and don't witchcraft your mind about people's love life too. It says everyone is going to have bad news once they see a good thing come to them, is what the person wanted to tell you. It says you know that you have good news in your mind and don't need to struggle to listen to yourself. Why is it people like to push their ideology on you when they live in a realm of their own and want bad things for themselves? Why is it they need to see you in a bad way to see themselves happy? It says you live by the means of your own. You can't communicate things in a way that you see in a bad way. You won't want to live by their means. It says you always want to see good news for yourself. No wonder people want to see you down to see themselves up. It says they don't have good news to give you. They breach mental health on themselves and harm themselves through their bad mental health problems or attitudes or the way they treat one another, including themselves. This person doesn't know how to communicate with you that he's a bad man, but he also realizes he is, but he doesn't want to hear it. And he doesn't need to look for you in the mind to practice any omens on you. However, his family ancestors always look for a bad person around them to punish, and you are one of them. He says he doesn't know what it is about you, but he doesn't realize that you have good news at all. He doesn't like you, and he doesn't have to preach into your world about it. He just wants to see bad news come to him and him alone. So he has to move on and see that it happens. Doesn't need to know that you are there having good news or bad news. He just needs to know you're not good for him, and you're not gonna be good for him, and it will never be so. And that's that. It says, hence why I moved on and I never chased you, I never looked for you, I never wanted you. Also was going to give you my number one time, but only to be friendly. And I realized it's a forced way of looking at it. Could never be friends with you. I just wanted to chat once in a while. Maybe nothing too strong or heavy. Just something light and cheery. Nothing too obsessive. All this time you've been obsessing over me, and I wonder why. What's going on with you and your family? How are you? Where's it going with us? In your head, not mine. And how is it that you keep strolling in your mind about it, but looking for me in the sheets of yours or wanting to know that I am there? It says, I know I wouldn't want to look at you in that way. And it says, you, Scorpio, feel like this. So you will also understand it's not going to be the person that looks at you like you have fraud or bad news or negativity. It's him looking at you like you could be one of him and how you could be like him. And it doesn't say in your path or in your realm that you are. He's trying to push his ideas on you or his head or things he has in his lifespan or in his way of being on you or what he wants for himself or others on you. And it doesn't say you want that for yourself. So he has to punish himself 10 times a day to caution himself that he's got to go to court by next year or next month because of the bad things he's doing or negative things that he's up to in his own mind and leave you alone. It doesn't say he will compute his mind to leave you alone completely as he punishes himself again and again. But it's not going to be the same as it once was in your mind. You won't have to say any of that right now, but you have to listen to why he's mad. He's going to communicate these things to death do him part with a woman that he never got to marry. He understands he never will marry her or never wanted to marry her or never could marry in his mindset because of the people that are in his head bothering him and will never give him peace. He is communicated as a liar, a stealer, and an innocent man in his own mind, but never ending good news to you if you wanted to see him in that light. You will never see him in that light because he pushes his mind to show you he's a nasty man, a bad man, evil man, and a certified lawful wedded husband in his way of looking at it, but not really. He could never be your man, never be anyone's man, and never be any warlock in his mindset to keep his mind in that way as he changes with the mood or the mindset he has every night, every day, but never stays still. And he's very mad and practices voodoo in his head to punish you. He's cautioned to move on. He will have to move on today or next week. He is not allowed to stay in your life, and he will move on once he sees a really good news come to you in the next week. You get good news about your lover. You get good news about your mind telling you have good news, and you see a man that wants you and loves you and respects you. He is a liar. This man that's coming in is good news. Absolutely good news. So when the old man says, "Oh, it's going to be a bad man that you get all the time," you get nasty energy with your family, you get bad news with your figure, your weight, you're cursed. He's a liar. Listen to no man in his head or no one in him. No, don't listen to him at all. Let him see that he is punished. It says he knows he's punished and he's got to be punished forever. Trying to tame you with bad omens, sleep with you, or convince you that you don't have good news is a bad omen. He should be jailed or even put down in his head about where he's going in the next week. He should be shelled with gunshots is what some people say, but it's not fair to speak about it like that, especially when you're reading. It also says no one's going to sit here and listen to everything you have to say when you want to talk about it to your mindset, Scorpio, because people want to punish you. It also says no one is going to punish you all the time, but someone does not like you and doesn't want to read from you or even listen to you at times when you're punished. This man says he doesn't know what it is, but he can push you to see things in your mind the way the way you see things in your own mind. It says, no one's going to let go of the punishment that I've got for you. In my own way, I'm going to see things and push it on you. It also says this man is a liar. Don't listen to him because he could blackmail you and push you to a liberty taking stake in your head. Take time and look for him in your mind all the time and make sure you push him away. He's a liar. Let him fuck off and push his mind away. Yeah, because there's someone that's trying to control your brain or your mindset or to see things in his way of seeing it, and it's not good. It says you have to let go of this mental health of his. He has to move on from you. You have to see things in a blessed way. Every day, every lifespan of your own is good in your mind, and it's not going to be you that speaks about it in that way. So let him stop speaking for you and you speak for yourself, or else he is punished. He has to understand he is punished, and push him away from your sentimental being. Give yourself some time out to meditate or even ring a bell a few times a day and let him punish himself and move on. Give yourself good news. You know, it's funny because I had a dream last night about a Tibetan, if I'm pronouncing it right, a Tibetan singing bowl. Okay, so maybe, you know, that's some news for someone out there. Maybe you need to get yourself one of them singing bowls, you know, to clear the energy and cleanse the energies around you. If not, get a bell or one of those kind of round balls that make a sound like it's got some jingly sounds inside of it, just to clear the energies from around you, Scorpio. It says you have good news, ringing bells and doing things that are going to chime. Give yourself good news with chimes. That will clear energy fields and make mental health men and bad news females and bad news whoever run a mile, at least for a week or two. And give yourself good news with your candles and anything that you give yourself to burn in the house, because those things will protect you for a long time. Rub down the place with sentimental values of sticks that will burn. The ashes. Give the ashes to God, i.e. it says bless your mind and don't speak to no demons. Allow your system to pay attention. Also, you know, you can rub your furniture down with like you know, alcohol waters, like oh my gosh, Florida water, and you know, use vinegar, lemon, those kind of things, and salt to cleanse your home and your space, and you know, stuff like that. Say prayers as well. Use Psalms 9 is a good one. Block certain negative energies. That will block energies right away. Psalms 9, it's got something in there that will protect you and look after you. It does say there is other prayers as well that you can use, but bless yourself, Scorpio, and look out for bad mood, mental health people who still try to come through in a way that they want to beat you down, or even come into the readings that you look into with tarot cards, or even other people, just to beat you down because they know you read. Look into these situations all the time and take care of yourself. Mum is trying to speak to you through your mindset, and if she does know about your mindset reading or looking into special tarot cards, or even ideally esoteric information, you know, through the astrological realm or whatever, it says you have to look into your mindset in the mind of hers, is what she wants you to know. But it's a liberty taking on your soul if you believe everything. All depends on the individual. If you trust in the person and you know that they're good for you, fair due to you. But if you don't feel like this person's good for you, or you need to look into it to see if it's a lie or it's the truth in regards to how they're treating you, you know, do your research about, you know, individuals that are lingering in your life and you think they're good for you, or you're not sure if they are, or if you're in denial that they, you know, are. So anyway, it does say you have to speak about things that you love more about your love life. Talk about your love life often. It also says you don't need to do this in your mindset if you feel like you don't want to. So remember that. As planets are cursing you with people that want to look at your love life and curse it, you have to pretend that you are in a good mood all the time, is what someone wants you to say. But it says you are in a good mood and you want to know that you're going to stay in that good mood. So don't let people eat up your words, put words in your mouth, or destroy you. Allow the situation to unfold, because necessary is necessary in your mind, not in their mind. It says you have to do good to yourself, Scorpio, and allow yourself to have good news. Let this situation unfold, because it says negative spirits are lurking around and you have bad news from them to your head. So make sure you clear your head, give yourself good news, and ring those bells, or try to communicate with spirit in your mind in a way that you know you are clearing the negative out. Okay, Scorpio? Right. Someone's burying their head in the sand. It also says the female doesn't want to know that she's got bad news. She's a bad omen, it says. Also communicating that you are not good, telling people that you're not good, speaking about you, cursing you to others, challenging you to speak about it to yourself as well, like you should. It says it's not going to happen. And it also says mental health spirits are around you in the workplace, also in the unions that you look forward to going to or working with, maybe even in church, some of you guys that go to church. It also says some of you guys need to look forward to blessings, so don't worry about the blame or the negativity. Blessings are on its way, but you have to look at those in the next week, because right now energy is rampant for bad news. Okay, so just continue what you're doing in your normal life day to day, the things that you know are positive to you and that are good to you, Scorpio, while these energies pass. And also clear out the negative energies as well that you feel are around you, and especially if they are affecting you directly, where you can feel the difference. But also, just have a day of spiritual cleansing sometimes as well, just making sure that you only move past the negative energies into the goods, and also so that your surroundings are nice and clear and have good energies of good fields of blessings, support, good news, whatever. So it says you have many things to do, and also you have lots of things that you need to do for your mind and your lifespan, and you've got great news in your life. It says nothing's going to be with you forever, but mean men want to see that you have no chance in hell to have good news with your family in a way that you get support. And he says he knows why. He says he feels like there's a vision that you have that he has as well, but it's also going to be you that feels like it's not going to be worth it. So where he's going in his mind to see it is in a bad way, because he supported nothing good with you, and the bad that he faces in himself is turned into good in his mind of challenging you and telling you you can't have good news, because he never was there for you in the ways that he should have, or meant well to your mindset at the time that you were seeing him. It says you may have been seeing someone who made a mistake in insulting you when you was pregnant for him, and you may have lost a child or thought you were pregnant, and at the time he cursed you and doesn't know how to communicate it in a bad way, other than a bad way that he's already communicating it in, which is, I know you shouldn't have had my child. It says he knows he should have never have stuck his cock inside you, and the truth is he still wants to, and he still don't know how to move on past that. He says he never knew why he even addressed it in that way, and he can't even move past it in a decent way to say sorry. His evil spirit still wants to say bad things to you and can't understand why he's attacking you. He's a liberty taker on your soul, and he needs to be punished, deleted, blocked, and moved on, because he's nasty. His brain communicates nasty evil, and it doesn't support you to have good news. He's a nasty spirit and he's dirty. Move on. Okay. He's dirty spirit. It says he knows why he would rather you abort a baby, or not have a baby at all, not have love, not have misery, but at the same time everything he communicates to you is about having misery in a way that he sees it as good. He's disgusting. He's a narcissist, he's a player, and he's absolutely out for the world to see him, as he wants to challenge every female to be a lover of his in the universe. He's mad and on some type of drugs in his brain called adrenaline junkie, which is bad news for his ego, and ego problems that are suffocating his head, because he's challenged with narcissism, mental health, of morals telling him he is a nasty man. He doesn't like sex in a way that you would like it, but he would challenge you to beat you down with it. And he's a rapist, but he doesn't want to show it in that way, but he would give it to you like a rapist would if he was to draw you out in your mind, take down your drawers and stuff it inside you. He's a liberty taker, and his mental health needs to see portion control, or probably a bad omen one day. If it reaches him, he is going to be in luck with the health problems that he wanted to see for himself, because he gave you no choice but to look at him like he's nasty. He's a very bad new person, and he also needs to know that he's going to move on as well, because he understands his assignment is not to come to you with good news, but bad news. Then he realized he has to move on with bad news to give someone else, and he can't communicate who. But the thing is, he also looks at you like he has to give it to you because of the bad omen in him that wanted to rip you out of your mind when he had problems with another female. Then he had nothing to give you in a good way. He says, I also gave them bad news, but they don't communicate it in good ways anyway, and I still see them. And you know something? He's absolutely adored by the people that give him good news to tell him it's okay. So when he has to sit down and wonder why they love him, it's because of they saying that he has no problem with himself and have to adore him the way he is. So he can find those people, not you, because you will not have it. You will not sit down and put up with it. You're not going to enable him or make him feel like he's got good news. Jealousy may not come to him or you, but he feels that you should be jealous by whatever he has and you haven't got. But you don't realize you've got more than enough to give yourself, and he doesn't. He doesn't live anywhere but on the street. If a woman was to put him on the road today, he would have nowhere to stay. He doesn't live by himself, and he lies about who he stays with and his personality. He doesn't lie about everything, but he lies about a lot of things. And he's never going to be good to his children, even the ones that he feels like you could have had and didn't get. He's not going to be good to those either. So I'll leave it there, Scorpio. Speak to you next time.